Eight Outdoors. If you're wondering why the title's the same and subject's the same as last Tuesday, it's due to the fact that I actually had an everyday emergency come up. So I kind of was in and out of that one all day, all evening, I should say. So the topic's going to remain the same. I'm going to be just going to do a continuation and explanations of the same thing, so we can get into a little bit more in depth of what constitute an everyday emergency. Now, whether it is just getting yourself a little bit too deep for a normal first aid kit to handle when you were cutting your, when you if you cut yourself, I've had that happen. I've actually had a place where I had stitches right there due to me cutting something and my knife slipped and cut my finger to the bone, which I had to go to the ER and get stitched up. And to a, I'm not sure if that's an everyday emergency. For the next one is for me when I fell through the ice once when I was out hiking. But those kind of things happen on the daily. I want to say hello to CR. Thank you for coming, sir. So right now, you're the only one I can see in the chat. So hopefully we're going to get more people in. That's all I can tell you for now. If you want to come on up, you're more than welcome. There's plenty of room over here on the side, right over here, for me to bring you guys up. My voice is a little raspy, so bear with me if my voice sounds a little out. It's not going away. I've got plenty of things right here to take care of it. So we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff here, and hopefully we're all privates here. Is that what you mean? Well, I've got coffee to help soothe my throat if I need it. I'm sure more than a few of us have gone through everyday emergencies that require survival gear which would not standardize needing. You're not going to need an IV or whatever, but you sprain an ankle, you trip and fall, skin your knee, someplace a little bit more than the average that requires you to go to see a doctor. You slip and fall in the ice, you got to go get yourself checked out. Especially this time of year, those are normal everyday emergencies. Running out of gas when you're expecting to, car breaks down, tire goes flat, things like that. SMH. Okay, you got to clarify that particular acronym there, CR. I'm hoping to get some more people in here. Right now, we got one. So hopefully we'll get some more people in here. Shaking my head. Okay. Got it. Like I was saying, a bug out bag or a get home bag is not just for leaving when you have no other choice. But the thing is, it's for the times when you need something that you wouldn't normally have to use stuff. You're not going to be using your like a Geiger counter or your water filter normally, but you might use your flashlight if something happens and you can't see anything. So you just pull out your flashlight and just there you go. Everyday thing, especially if the lights go out. Whether it is a bulb that burns out or a fuse that blows, if you're got one of the older houses, obviously. But those kind of things happen on the daily. Whether you need, like I said, if you need something a little bit more than your standard first aid kit can handle, you want to make sure you have. Yep, I can understand that too. I actually have quite a few triangular bandages, like the old military sling and swath style that I had used for making a sling out of multiple times. Exactly. It's like another people call it a just in case bag. Now, that's the same thing as a bug out bag, same thing as a get home bag. It's just a just in case. I actually literally had a car emergency kit that was actually called a just in case that had jumper cables, tow rope, all that stuff. Um, it was like 20 years out of date, but it still worked. Still have the tow rope. The jumper cables got replaced a while back. But those kind of things happen on the daily, and you never know when you might need. Myself, I carry extra pills in for my heart in my bag wherever I go because I don't know if I might need them or not. I think I got my buttons all messed up here. Um, I've been to several times when Ian was younger that Jenny and I got stuck somewhere where I would normally not need I would not have my pills on hand if I didn't think ahead and carried some in my bag. Or if I needed to carry a Band-Aid for someone who actually burnt themselves, or first aid cream, or triple antibiotic ointment, those kind of things. Or even if you get a bee sting, those kind of things happen at any given time. If someone's allergic, I can't really put in an EpiPen or anything like that, but you never know. Exactly, CR. Exactly. And that's why I'm calling this an everyday emergency case, because you never know what's going to happen. Right now, um, as those people who know, on Tuesday, I lost my baby sister. And that was one of those everyday emergency deals. Now, that was actually above and beyond I could physically handle at that time, so I didn't have any funds to go down and see my other sister, or my surviving sister. So I will be going to do that on Saturday. Now, that is nothing major going on there, just me supporting my family in this time of need and everything else. So that is, I was ready for that here and here. So, like, I knew what was going on, and I knew basically when it happened before someone told me. Now, other than, a slip and fall and you hurt your elbow, hurt your knee, hurt your back, those are things that can happen every day. And if you're not careful, those become real emergencies. And having your gear with you in that instance is always a good thing. Um, I'm not sure if anybody has any underlying medical conditions that where they require to have either an EpiPen or a insulin shot, or if that kind of thing. Yep. Being able to change into clean, dry clothing is a definite reason for needing things like that. Yes. Or if you get stuck somewhere, you have an emergency cash supply set aside for you have to stay in a hotel overnight, or have to pay for a tire replacement, things like that. Your battery goes dead in your car, which can happen. Yep, I've seen it happen. I've actually had my basement flooded because of backed up sewer drains. And it wasn't from something our house did. We just got that much water that the water backed up. So things like that are everyday emergencies. And not being prepared for just an everyday emergency would be the same as it's to me is just as bad as being a life-changing emergency, such as your house is burning down, your uh, car blows up, you lose your job. That's an everyday emergency. So you never know what's going to happen until it happens. Exactly. And well, you can tell if it smell if it's clean or not, or clean-ish. But yeah, we are still remediating some things from the basement that we think we got everything until we find out, nope, we must have missed that one. But we have I got hurt, so I haven't been able to take things to the dump like I really want to because I can't carry things up from the basement. And Ian's not strong enough to do it by himself. And Jenny can't do it. She's not strong enough. Riwa? What? My dyslexia can't understand that word there, CR. Rewash them? Is that what you went to? Is that what you mean? Okay. I thought that's what you meant, but it doesn't hurt to check. Now, I'm not sure who's here because I'm showing 4 people right there. If you're here, please let me know. If you're lurking in the background, I at least like to know someone else is listening. Now, being prepared for those kind of emergencies, it's not that hard to do. Whether you keep your set up pills set aside, I carry about a week's worth in my bag. I carry first aid gear. I carry a change of clothes. I carry some extra food. Like one of the things I just recently found that I forgot all about is one of the things I picked up when I had my old MREs. Yep. And that's this right here. This is a little emergency food thing. I can't eat peanut butter, folks. That's the reason why I got it. And this is a military issue thing. I have not tried it yet. And it just sounds weird when you just need it. Yep, sunflower. Everybody needs, at least I need this stuff. It's not the best tasting. I will tell you this. I love peanut butter. It does not love me. Otherwise, I would be eating it. All that protein. But I got to be careful. So this stuff it is. It's not, like I said, it's not the greatest. That's why I like the kernels better than I do the peanut butter, but that's just me. Now, if they made it exactly like peanut butter with all the stuff in it and everything, I'd probably agree, but it's 1.25 ounces. It doesn't tell me how many per containers or anything like that, but it is what it is. You can make some noises. Now, I don't know where everybody is. I'm assuming that Cliff is finishing up in his garden. I think that Jason and Molly might be having internet problems because they've been having that pretty much off and on all week. Hopefully they'll be there. Right now, I am doing the best I can. Trying to maintain my sanity, obviously. This is the only thing I can really do. Now, CR, since you're here with me, you can help me figure out some basic stuff for people just starting out, not considering, everybody considers the worst, but not the everyday. Just because it's not world ending doesn't mean it's not important. So what you can do is basically put something aside. I mean, I've got 2 water filters that I carry, one for Jenny, one for myself. I've got water bottles. I've got coffee. Got to have coffee. Basic stuff that you never know what you're going to need. I don't have Jenny's medication on hand. That's on her to provide. Myself, I carry the bandages. I'm the medic person of the 2. She's the medicine person of us 2. Exactly. And not just in your car either. You can carry them every day. I mean, okay, not to sound sexist or anything. Have you seen what most women keep in their purse? I'm using my wife as an example here. She actually carries everything but the kitchen sink, just in case. And think a little purse that's shaped like an owl wouldn't hold that much. But she has extra water bottles, extra water filters, because she's got the flavored circle bottle filters that she carries with her. Um, uh, Probably, but she's in the other room. She hasn't come yelling at me yet. So, love you, hon. She can't hear me. She's playing her video games. But I try to carry my bow with me because you never know what might happen. I carry a fishing pole in my vehicle wherever I go to. Why? Because you never know. Now, I do have tents and stuff I could carry with me, but generally, if we're going to be somewhere, we're going to make sure we have a plan in place where we can either stay at a hotel, stay at a friend's house, something like that. Now, it's not too much of a hassle to carry a spare lighter. I mean, this one here is dead because, I haven't had a chance to replace it yet, but it still sparks, as you can see. Now, this one here had the little thing on it. I took it off. I should take that piece off too, but I think that's what's holding it on. I'm just gonna leave it on there because I'm pretty good with what it is right now. This is completely empty. Yes, I'm a brave man when my wife's in the other room. Sorry about that. Just drinking my coffee. Now, it also doesn't take too much to add some strike anywhere matches in your gear. Whether you have them in a matchbook case or something like that that's waterproof, so much the better. My medication is in a waterproof case. And I'm trying, Ciara. I'm trying. I carry more than one of these. This is hard to read. Please forgive me. This is a snake bite kit. It doesn't look like a snake bite kit, but it is. This is an extractor from Sawyer. Same place to make the Sawyer minis. That's what this is. It covers insect stings as well as snake bites. Doesn't cost too much to pick up, but this one here is from Sawyer. As you can see right there, Sawyer. I have more than one of these. Carrying a spare battery bank, with this one here is like showing 75%, but something you can monitor. This one's a simple 10,000. It's kind of hard to read, but it's a 10,000 milliamp battery. That just in case your phone goes ready to die, you carry one of these. Wow, we're still at 7. So where are you at right now, CR? We're at 7 right now. We're at 7 Fahrenheit. Exactly, because just like what happened with Scott when he was on my on a live the other day, just below freezing. Okay, we are way below you right now because we're at 7, and that's not including. Let me see here. I'm pulling up the current temperature. They're saying it's 7. It's 5 degrees. It updated really quick. We dropped 2 degrees. And it's pretty cold. They said it wasn't supposed to get this temperature for another 15 minutes. So we're dropping faster than what they're saying. Anything's better than 22 below, yes. Ours, we have the wind chill factor that makes it way below freezing, below zero, but we're working on it, trying to survive. Now, other items that you can keep on hand is, hot hands, or you go with, give me a second here. Oh, frack, my knees. This one here is this one here is Gorilla Tape, an emergency poncho. Spare AA batteries, that kind of thing. Something stupid, that's just simple cotton. Lip balm. You never know when you're going to need it. This is a brand new one. It's never been used. You never know when you need it. Now, this one's been in my pocket for a long time, as you can tell. Haven't used it. It's just there in case I need it. It's like a just-in-case idea. Now, I do have some other gear that I could use for that kind of purpose. Just remember where I stashed it. Oh, here's one right here. Stocking cap. Just because I have this doesn't mean I don't need this. Because in the cold enough weather, frostbite on the tips of the ears freaking sucks. They do. Okay, I'm not sure what just happened. My audio stuff just acquired. I don't know what happened, but something happened. Okay, thank you. We're up to 5. I'm hoping somebody's going to be popping in here real quick. Emergency food I am working on. Emergency batteries. I have multiple battery banks. I have a 26,800 milliamp Anchor. I have another one on the way of a 20,000 milliamp one that's on its way. I have 3 of these because you never know when you might need them. I've got one in my up here, one in my pants, my shorts where I've got right now, and my third one's just right here. The only reason I have 3 because I kept on misplacing it, but they were found. Now I'm using them. Hey King, how you doing, brother? Those are shorts weather. You know that, right, King? In Iowa, if it wasn't for the fact I'm getting knee surgery, I'd be out in shorts. I will be in shorts because I'll be wearing shorts to my doctor. I'm not sure what I'm going to be seeing next week. I'd have to look. Give me a second. I am going to check the temperature for next week. 10-day. We're going to be 30 degrees on Thursday of next week. So 1 week from today, it's going to be 30 for a high. Now, we're going for a 50 degree on Wednesday, drop down to 42, and Friday, it's going to be 50 degrees coming up next week on the last, when I get my surgery. It's going to be warm enough for me to wear shorts. So I don't have to worry about it too much. But I got to make sure that's the same temperature up in Clarion. Otherwise, I will be freaking cold. I am checking that date double time. Oh, it's going to be 50, so I'll be wearing my shorts to my surgery date. Well, I know that a lot of the guys, when it gets about 50 degrees, is when they come out in shorts. And myself, I'll be wearing my sandals to my surgery date. That way, I don't have to deal with socks. Hey, Molly, link's already in the chat. If Jason wants to come up, I'm rehashing from Tuesday since I wasn't able to really do much on my live that day. So, topic is the same as Tuesday, but I'm getting to actually being able to talk about it. Now, one thing that people don't realize is that when temperatures get up that high, they're great during the day, but as soon as the weather, uh, the sun goes down, they can get below freezing again, which could cause an everyday emergency such as black ice, which people don't take into account. They say, "Oh, it's going to be fine. It's going to be warm all day," but I'm looking at the end of the month, Friday, the 28th, 50 during the day, 26 at night, and water freezes at 32, as everybody knows, or zero if you're from Canada. And yeah, that which means if there's any water moisture on the roads, it opens yourself up for a hazard of possible black ice and possible road hazards, which people don't take into account, which is I consider an everyday emergency. Um, Now, coming up in next month, it's going to get a lot colder. Like on the 6th, it's going to be 29 degrees during the day and 10 at night. It's not going to be the coldest it's going to be, but it's cold. That's in Clarion, though, not New. All I have to worry about is what the heck is that showing that for? I have no idea. Oh, that's what I was talking about. Okay. We're supposed to get to -9 tonight. So I was looking at my things and thinking, if anybody wants to come up, please let me know. The link is at the top of the chat. If you need it again, I can post it once again. I was going to talk about this for a while because, like I said, I missed out due to a family emergency that came up. Now, the emergency is nothing I can physically do anything about myself except plan ahead. So that's going to be in the future, and I'm going to talk about with my family on Saturday. Now, has anybody here had a family emergency or any other kind of emergency that popped up that you weren't expecting? Give me a second here. That's still a good new dime. So, hey, Jason, how you doing, sir? Links in the top of the chat if you want to come on up. It's got plenty of room up here. I'm rehashing a topic. Bear with me here because I never got a chance to really talk about it because of what happened. So we were actually CR and I were coming up with some really good reasons. It's more the everyday emergency bag would basically be a just in case bag because not everybody needs to have something like that on hand because you never know what may happen. There like that. That's an everyday emergency that can happen. Is she okay? I mean, besides sore, obviously. Which one, by the way? Because you got two of them. It's kind of hard to tell which one threw out her back. I'm assuming that's the one that works with Jason. And I keep on forgetting which one's which. Because I have not met them in person, so I can't tell by just disembodied voices in the background. Again, you didn't tell me which one's which. That might be just me, but I've never been told that one was disabled. I thought they were both okay. But I hope she's going to be okay. I hope she's going to heal fast, and I hope it's nothing serious. Context is everything, CR. You should know that. Okay. The one that doesn't work with Jason. Okay. I don't know what her name is. Please forgive me, but that's okay. I know which one it isn't. The one that works with Jason is the one that is not hurt, is all I need to know. Other than that, none of my business, unless you make it my business. And we'll figure that out from there. Is she going to be okay? Is she, did she got to go see the doctor? That kind of thing. Does she have insurance? Or is she covered under insurance? That kind of thing. Because I have full coverage medical insurance due to my workplace. Mild pain? Okay. No. No insurance. Okay. I hope it wasn't a serious fall or whatever, or was she lifting? There's too many variables. I've dealt with back problems before in the service. Mine was trying to hold a patient up out of the water through water this deep. On me, folks. I'm not very tall, but when he gets up to here, about 5 feet, that's pretty deep. Now, that would be, I would consider an everyday emergency. A just in case bag would be very useful in that kind of situation, whether it's having ibuprofen, Tylenol, some kind of icy hot menthol rub back ointment, a insurance card on hand, those kind of things. Those are what everyday emergencies entail. And a slip and fall, which I've done, is not something I wish on anybody. It does not feel good, especially if you, I mean, I've let it flat on my back. I didn't bother me, but landing on your elbow or your knee, well, I didn't do it on my knee, but I've done it on my elbow, really dinged it up, hit my funny bone, but that happens. An everyday emergency that happened to me so far, besides my knee, which was an everyday thing, was when I broke my left wrist. Mine was just reaching for a box. My hand slipped. Boom. Broken wrist. Yep. Have the drive-by waving by Jenny. I'm not sure if someone's here, please come up. I see there's 8 of you in here. Let's try to figure out why you're hiding. Do I need to put the link down there again or what? There's the link if anybody wants to come on up. You're typing more? Okay, now, if someone can give me some other examples, I mean, besides your guys' daughter being injured, Molly, one of Molly's daughters fell and hurt her back. Love? One of Molly's kids got hurt her back.
Okay.
I haven't got that information yet, other than she hurt her back.
Oh no.
It's not the one that works with Jason, though. It's the other one.
Oh. Okay.
I'm not.
Well, I hope she gets better.
Me too. And I was trying to make a point about your purse, hon.
Yeah.
Did you hear what I said about it?
No.
That generally your bag, well, your bag of holding one when you had it, is a just in case bag.
Yeah.
Because
All my purses are just in case bags.
see, oh, I think I froze. I think I froze. I froze. What the hell? Oh, come on. I'm not sure what's going on, folks, but I am not sure. Oh, there you go. Thank you. My screen froze. Not sure what happened. If you're still here, please put a one in the chat. I am not sure what happened just now. This is all weird compared to what I'm used to. I'm used to StreamYard, not Streamlabs. So this is all new to me. Hope I'm back. If you can hear me, please put a one in the chat. I have no idea what happened. So I'm trying to figure things out as I go. Oh crap, this is something weird. I have no idea what's going on. One, okay, thank you guys. I am trying to figure things out, so bear with me here. Like I said, my thing went wonky and I have no idea what happened. Now, I may have to redo the thing. I'm not sure how well that's going to. Okay, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to just. Okay, let's try that. See, make sure that works, folks. I am not sure. I'm hoping I get this thing figured out because that was completely wonky. Okay. Now, like I said, I have no idea what happened. I just like froze. Oh man, where was I when before all this happened? Please, someone give me a refresher. I haven't rebooted up here yet. Now, one thing that people forget in their everyday emergency bags or just in case bags is money for an emergency hotel room or a Jenny's purse. Okay, Jenny, all her purses are just in case bags because she'll have her multiple days of medication. She'll have chapstick. She'll have a boomstick, a boom stick. This is just mine, but she's got multiple. She'll have extra cell phone batteries and stuff like that. Good things to have. Like I said, I have chapstick is another thing she has in there. She must have some minor bandages and some other stuff. But you never know what. I'm not. I'm sorry to say that most of the women that I've met who are more prepared than they realize, they make a meme of it at certain comedians about women pulling stuff out of their purse. And Jenny literally has a bag that is called a bag of holding from the D&D stuff. So she bought it from a D&D site. I was surprised, go figure. But now, man, thank you all who are still here. I really appreciate it. Molly, thank you for coming. King, if you're still here, love you, brother. Glad you're here. Now, an emergency address book is another one you could have in case you're an actual either GPS or physical paper map. People try to basically discount paper maps nowadays, but it's on the internet and everything else. What if the cell phone towers are down? What if your phone dies? That kind of thing. What if you get lost and you go, okay, where the heck am I? A simple compass will do. Now, this one's not as fancy as some, but it does tell you which way is north. And if you have a basic idea where you might be, or just an idea, or an inkling of an idea, yep, your phone will die in extreme cold or extreme heat as well. And having a paper map or a road atlas, you cannot discount how useful road atlases are. Now, it may not give you an exact address to someplace, but if you're on a highway somewhere, you can get you from where you're at to a place that you can find out those information. Whether you are able to drive it, or if not, where you have to walk it. Now, you're basically going to have to guesstimate the distances and stuff like that. And you have no idea how long it's going to be from point A to point B, but at least you'll know how to get there. Hey, Cliff. You'd be surprised, Cliff. You wouldn't believe how far Big Mike has gotten in his motorized wheelchair making a sandwich. So what'd you order, Cliff? I don't think that's going to work, but it was worth a shot. I do have a probable idea of an inkling of an idea how to start fires with this, with what I've got in this room right now. Now, will it work? I have no idea. But it's an inkling of an idea. I've been watching Extraction on Fox. I know some people say, "Oh, I don't watch Fox." I don't care about what Fox is doing. I just care that the show is interesting. And some people are idiots, some people are not. But you never know. No, I will not try a bow drill. Yep, Extraction. It's on the Fox network. There's 2 episodes up on the website right now. Basically, it's 12 families vying for $250,000. There's 2 family members and 1 person who's actually doing the surviving. They vie for resources, whether by challenges or luck of the draw, depending on what the case. Whether the survivalist themselves or their family members have to do a challenge. And if they do well or not depends on if they get to resources that they need, whether it be shelter, fire, food, that kind of thing. I have seen a little preview of the next episode where they are going to have to take and make fire in order to cook their next part of their next challenge, which is going to be a deer carcass which they have to harvest food from. So that's going to be an interesting deal. Now, I do have a possible idea about using something that's not a bow drill, but I don't know if it would work. And that's my old hand drill over here, Craig hand drill like that. I don't know if it would work, but it's a interesting idea. Now, I don't know if I have anything that would work in that or not. I might have some broken arrows or something, possibly. I'd have to think. I don't know. I'm not going to be able to do it in the house anyway. It's region locked? Oh, man. So no, you don't have VPN then, huh? Now, I don't know if... well, I could probably show it on here, but the thing is, I'd have to disconnect from YouTube altogether in order to show it. Or I can do it through Instagram or something like that in a private chat. If you're interested. So far, 2 people, or at least one person so far has been eliminated. And they have people from all walks of life, from engineers to beauticians to teachers. One guy failed one of the challenges today due to the fact he just learned to swim 2 weeks ago. Probably. I'm not sure if Cliff doesn't watch Fox, so he may not be watching it. But that's just one of those things, folks. I mean, it's not what my topic is, basically, but it's something that getting your bag stolen out of your vehicle. That is something that's happened to both, Cliff, myself, and Cornfed. We've had our gear stolen. That's an everyday emergency. And Cliff lost his wallet. That's a major everyday emergency. Molly and Jason's daughter hurting her back. That's the same. Losing a family member, obviously. But those kind of things is what you have to prepare for. Now, it's not going to something is going to happen every day, but it's just the basics. You're going to have some cash set aside. You're going to have your pills set aside, extra clothes, a emergency folding shovel for this time of year, for those of us in the northern parts of the continent, because snow happens. I can pretty much say for sure that people in the northern part of Florida and Louisiana and all that stuff that dealt with the snow for the first time in a very, very, very long time wishes they had a shovel. It's never zero. Now, putting food aside is not that difficult. Whether, like I said, it's a simple pack of some sunflower butter, some ramen, some other kind of simple, easy food to just needs heated up and cooked. Now, if you're like Jason and Molly, who eat a lot of rice, that might be their go-to. If you're like ramen, that might be your go-to. If you have access to MREs or ReadyWise or Backpacker's Pantry or Mountain House or anything like that, those might be your go-to. Water can be, yeah, I can understand that, Cliff. Now, I don't understand why you don't have a folding shovel, because some of those collapsible shovels can be very useful, even in your situation. I know ramen. It's not so much the ramen; it's the salt packet that's bad for you, Molly. I don't personally like this. It's too salty for me. That's usually one of the reasons I don't eat it. But ramen itself, the noodles themselves, can be used in conjunction with other things. I am going to be getting some sunflower kernels and using that to make um, my own trail mix, that kind of thing. Well, it's better than no food at all. That's why it's emergency rations only, Molly. Canned goods have too much water in them, and the cans weigh too much. Now, if they still, you can probably find some other stuff that does just add water meals, like just add water potatoes. Idaho and potatoes do that. You could carry. Oh, give me a second. Give me a second. I got a couple things here. Okay. Something like these are pretty good, but they don't necessarily need refrigerated, but I would not let them get too warm. Yes, I have mentioned these. These are more Jenny's than mine, but they're just a simple ramen. Crackers. Honey sticks. They don't go bad. Drink mixes with electrolytes. Always a good choice. Coffee. Hot hands. This is the 10-hour one. You got the regular 8-hour ones and the 10-hour ones. These are like the longer lasting ones. Or you can go with the fuel powered ones like I have that I prefer. So they keep your hands warm for a lot longer. Hey, you're just gonna have to deal with it. I had myself a grilled cheese, by the way. So now I will say this: this and this go together. I survived on this kind of thing. It does not have a lot of calories, though. That is the only downfall because they're only 60 calories per serving, and there's one whole pouch is one serving, so 60 calories for this is not very much, but that's why you have crackers. Now, having other items available that it's a little bit more okay, like this, like here, like this, my sun butter here. This sun butter has how many calories does this have? I'm not sure if it has how many calories it has. It's got one serving size. It's got 230 calories. So this, in conjunction with my crackers, in conjunction with the tuna, would give me about a little over 400 calories or 300 calories, which is not very much when the average person needs about 2,500 calories just for sustaining life. To anything that require any amount of work, such as walking, keeping warm, that kind of thing, then you would have to triple that. You're the one that's bringing out a lot of food. Honey is really good. I got honey right here. Instant coffee. I have it over here. Like I said, I got my drink mixes, that kind of thing, because you never know what you're going to need. And an everyday emergency can come up anytime. Like I said, if anybody who was here on Tuesday understands what happened, that happens. It happened to me. But I am working on it. I'm dealing with it. Now, these right here, you can get a lot of these things pretty much anywhere. They come in multiple flavors. If it's enough to sweeten your coffee, sweeten your tea bags, you can carry those in there. Heating up water, it's fairly simple if you use simple tea light candles. Tea light candles can do wonders. So that kind of thing. Now, for me, going from a hat like this to a hat like this because of the weather, to keep my ears warm, that's another thing I would carry. I carry those in there. Carrying extra gloves, which I usually carry 2 pair, especially in the winter months. Now, my bags change according to weather, according to seasons. But right now, I'm more into winter mode, carrying a thermal layer, base layer, that is moisture wicking is more important than it is to be fully heavy-duty wool. Now, you can do a base layer of moisture wicking and a wool layer on top of that, which would work really well, keep you a little bit more warm, wicking away the moisture. Wool socks will keep your feet warm even when they're wet. Your feet might get pruny, but they'll be warm. You could probably do the pop top meals if you're going to go with like the little raviolis and things like that. Canned soups. I generally don't want to do a lot of soups with a lot of water in it because that's just the extra weight to carry, especially if you have to leave your vehicle, leave somewhere from point A to point B, and you're carrying all that extra water weight. Unless you're carrying actual water, that's pretty much it. I don't have a wool long sleeve. This I'm not sure what this is made out of, but it's thermal. It's one of my thermals, as you can see, thermal. It's not my good thermal. My good thermal's in the wash. Okay. If anybody has any ideas, if you want to come on up, please do. The link is in the chat. I could really use the extra help to bounce things off myself because right now I'm yammering. And I don't want to keep on talking about food, but that's a part of it, but it's not the only thing. Now, I am going to be carrying in Jenny's vehicle a butane stove with several canisters of fuel. And those are going to be. Okay, thank you, CR. Thank you, CR. Everybody knows me, I carry little packs of Folgers, instant coffee. Is it the best coffee? No, but it's still better than no coffee at all. I have hotel coffee. Don't discount hotel coffee you see in the rooms. It's there for a reason. You can take it home. It's considered a consumable item. They have to replace it anyway. It doesn't cost you anything. Just throw it in your bag, sort of like the toothpaste and stuff like you see on the counters and stuff, on the better hotels, the combs, that kind of thing. Not that I need a comb or anything with this going on, but carrying things. Oh, there's an emergency thing you might not take into account for. Give me a second. I've got a couple items right here next to my feet here. I just didn't take into account till just now when I was looking down. This is a cooling towel. Now, this right here, in the summertime, when it's hot out, you're sweating, but you have trouble cooling down, wet this down, wrap it around your neck, around your jugular. It'll help cool you off, keep you from overheating. Now, it will reduce your chances of overheating, but it won't stop it, because depending on how wet you got this. These, everybody knows these work gloves. I generally wear these underneath my other gloves because having multiple layers is never a bad thing. And especially since I wear fingerless gloves anyway, my mittens anyway, this will allow me to have my fingers out without, and still having the dexterity I need to do things without having to worry about my fingers freezing. And these are still kind of small. If anybody can see that, these are extra large gloves and they're a little small. I thought I was the dyslexic one, Cliff. And having a good pair of these kind of gloves in your vehicle, in your bag, whatever, will help reduce the chances of blisters, which is always a good thing. Moleskin, I mentioned that on Tuesday, also a very good thing to have. A longer, bigger version of what? Please explain. I got 2 pair of gloves already. I don't need 3. But this right here allowed me to have the dexterity I need to do fine motor work. I can't text on it, I don't think. Well, I guess I can. Yep. Yeah, I can move my phone, that kind of thing. Just like that. Okay. My friend Jared, who's now down in Missouri, has had a everyday emergency go on. This is the undercarriage of his trailer in which he's living in. The pipes froze and broke. That's an everyday emergency. But I do carry gloves. These I originally got for doing magnet fishing, because I got all those tiny little mini magnets. But being prepared, being ready for stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with that. carrying a second heavy-duty wool hat. This is my Carhartt one. This one here will keep me just as warm as this one because this is 100% wool. Yep, Jarrett has no water or anything that requires liquids leaving his vehicle, his home. That I can understand. Now, food-wise, like I said, I got some sunflower butter if I need it. And we got crackers of various kinds. And I got my tuna fish, which is not bad. Not great, but not bad. But this one here does not necessarily need to be kept refrigerated, but it helps if it is. Well, this thing has 60 calories in it. It does, see how much protein it is. It's got 8 grams of protein. No, you can't. It is now 8:06. If someone wants to come up, please do. Link is at the top, is in the chat. Or if not, I can put it back down again. Let me do that. It's at the top of chat now, anyway. I understand, CR. Things like this, simple, easy, cheap is another good one. And this one's good for another year. You see, March of 26. So, for as long as you keep on cycling through your gear, using the old stuff, keeping new stuff in there, you can keep yourself. Like I said, these don't need refrigerated because you find them in the non-refrigerated section of Walmart. There's a lot of things that way that doesn't require refrigeration that you could use each and every day that you can carry with you. I'm sorry, I can't. Oh, okay. What are you having, CR? I'm just curious. I made myself a grilled cheese before my live went on. Because I was doing my prep work for my channel tonight, and something that came up was my grilled cheese challenge. First in, first out. Yep. I don't know what happened to King. He was here earlier. What kind of lost him. I can understand that. Cliff must be playing a video game. Or is he still waiting for his food? I'm not sure which. What'd you order? I'm just curious. I don't think I caught that. Here he comes. Walking down the street. Get the funniest looks from everyone we meet.
That music video that was still weird.
It is, but it's still a good song. I don't care.
The whole 1940s mattress spring bed thingy they were just walking with was just so weird.
That was the 60s. They came out in the 60s.
Yeah, but those beds didn't.
Probably not. But the thing is, they had it on wheels. That was all that matters.
Yeah, to literally walk it down the street.
And no one stopped them. They were just walking down the street. They actually, one of the pioneers of the music video back in the day. But that's not part of the whole topic today. Reason I'm rehashing this topic from Tuesday because I never actually got a chance to actually use it. on Tuesday due to what happened.
Good Lord, who the hell is spamming with freaking texts?
It's
Jesus
not
Christ.
me. I don't even have my phone on me. My phone's behind me. Yeah, my phone's right there.
That freaking phone just going crazy over here.
So, what did you order?
I didn't order anything.
You said you were waiting on your food.
Yeah, I was waiting for it to cook in the toaster oven.
Oh. See, Hart posted a picture.
So like 6 in a row. It's like phone just all bzz, bzz.
I think he posted a potato soup. Looks like potato and ham soup.
Picture of
assuming.
extracted tater soup. Actually, meat and tater soup from the looks of it.
Looks like it's a ham and potatoes. Now, I haven't had a good thing of. Jenny likes making potato soup.
Shredded carrots.
It looks good.
So yeah, he can't watch Extracted because it's apparently geographically restricted.
Yeah, that's what he said.
That's because our current administrative power says "F you" to Canada, and so that's the reason why.
No, but I have a way around it.
I'm sitting here watching alone Australia,
I can do that. Yep, me too.
and I have no problems with it.
But unless you have like NordVPN, then you can do anything you want. Because your IP address is from wherever you want it to be.
Yeah, on your computer, not on your TV.
Not everybody watches it on their TV. I have a TV right there, and I can tell you on my hand how many times I've had it on in the last 4 months. Because I watch everything on here. Because I have to do the closed captioning, and I can't read it that far away. But
what about crows complaining?
Say what?
I said, what about crows complaining?
Ha ha ha. It's Hunin and Munin. Odin's making them work too hard.
No, I'm work from work.
Now, you, me, and
Dupree
and Rob from Cornfed have something in common.
I would hope so.
No, besides the obvious, being male. We've all had our bug out bags taken.
I didn't have my bug out bag taken.
I thought you did.
No, I had a bunch of camping and survival gear in my truck that was stolen, but it wasn't my bug out bag.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. My apologies then. My was mistaken. I thought it was your bag.
No, it was a few things that I can't ever get replaced, and I'll never get them replaced, but I guess such is life.
I can understand that. But I've had my bug out bags taken. Rob's had his taken twice.
Still gets me is the fact that they stole a broken water pump.
Hey, look, we got someone else coming in, Mandy.
Morning,
Oh no, that's Amanda.
Amanda.
Welcome. And
Boobster.
salutations.
Boobster.
Shanks. I'm on my phone.
You still want to show your shiny face
Better
right
than being
now?
on something else.
Well, I'll try the laptop. The laptop keeps dying on me every time I try and get on there.
Is it having trouble plugging in or hooking
No,
or connecting?
It's just dying.
It's
Oh.
at its end.
It happens sometimes.
It's reached
Yeah.
its life expectancy and is soon.
I am going to
Basically.
give you a little mini update if you had not heard yet, Mandy. On Tuesday, in the middle of my live, I got notified that my baby sister passed away.
I'm aware. Yes, I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you. And the thing is, I was talking about everyday emergencies, and technically that falls under that category. And I've gotten things figured out. It's just not easy, but I've got them figured out. So if anybody asks what about a funeral, there's not going to be a funeral. There's going to be a wake. Because funerals are for sad things and wakes are for happy things.
Wakes are for speedboats.
No, for skiing. Wakes are for skiing.
Yes, made by speedboats.
Fair
And
enough.
cars, if the streets flooded.
ACR.
Oh, you mean like that city in Boston, which I still believe is a whole lot of BS?
Which one?
Or the one that apparently flooded like 3 feet and then froze overnight?
Oh, they said, oh, it was a broken water pipe. That's no way.
I've seen busted water mains. I've had them happen around here. That's why
Not 3 feet deep.
Yeah, that stuff was up to like truck door windows. There's no way, and I guarantee you, unless it's like 100 below zero, that much water ain't gonna freeze solid overnight.
Did you see the one where the guys were diving and they went under a bridge and somebody was, I think a semi was going across the bridge and kicking water off the side of the bridge like a big waterfall.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. That I believe is possible, but a whole entire city or like town or like a couple of streets,
A borough, if it or whatever.
flooding to 3 feet,
No, that's not a water pipe. A sewer pipe, a water pipe, and a water that's been going for like a week.
The only way to have that much water in that area that fast is if a whole entire dam broke upstream half a mile.
Or a water tower burst.
Ain't going to be that much water.
Some of those water towers have a lot of water.
Probably about 1 million gallons, but not 3 feet high across a whole area.
Right.
Because that makes to differ. Okay, where's their drainage, and what is holding all of that water from going somewhere?
Now, my question is, who's paying for the damage? Because you can't tell me those cars that got frozen in place did not get any car damage.
Oh, they're fricked, assuming that's actually real. I don't believe that it actually is.
Well, I saw the video too. And
I've seen multiple videos, and I still don't believe that actually happened.
so it may not be where they say it was. It could have been another city.
No, I just don't believe that 3 feet of water is going to freeze that solid overnight.
No. Not especially with no one noticing it, because Boston is like New York.
I feel sorry for the people with the cars.
That's what I was wondering about. Because that kind of water that deep frozen is going to damage cars.
Oh yeah, it's going to freeze the engine blocks completely.
Yeah, and that means those vehicles are shot, and there's nothing anybody could do about it. And I don't think the insurance companies are going to be paying out what they call acts of God, as they call it.
Yeah, I wouldn't really qualify that as an act of God due to the fact that God had nothing to do with it. It was assuming those pictures were real.
No, I saw a video
of the City and Planning Commission.
Well, somebody's liable, but the insurance company will find a way to deny the claims. But that would technically be an everyday emergency.
Yeah.
It would fall under the category. Now, I'm sure that Mandy's computer dying could be considered an everyday emergency.
Not an everyday emergency. It's just my computer's dying.
Well,
It's
losing
old.
a job is an everyday emergency too.
Molly
Oh,
finally
yes,
got an ad.
but I've got a job.
Oh, you got one?
Yep.
Congratulations.
3 days a week at the moment at my local veterinary centre.
Congratulations.
Leads me to the next conversation when... Oh, yeah, Cliffy's still there. I can't make it to your Sunday lives anymore because one of my permanent days is Sundays.
Okay.
That's a bummer.
It's a big bummer.
But you're working.
Work.
That's a good thing. Oh,
So
Molly says, are you
Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Sundays are my work days, but I can be called up on any other day.
Looks like the Invisible Man has taken over Cliff's chair.
No, getting stuff. Ugh.
No, you just had the shirt sitting there.
Molly!
What?
Molly says that Mandy's a model now.
No. I look after the animals and assist the vets and the vet nurses.
Well, that's pretty cool, though. You said for what was the name of the business?
It's just my local veterinary clinic.
That's
So I'm working at the vets.
my daughter is a vet tech.
Yes, well, I can't afford to go to TAFE and do a vet tech course.
Well,
so.
that's what she went to school for. So she isn't pretty much, and what she's doing is nothing like what she's trained for. She's selling rocks. Okay, CR. Thank you for coming, though.
But I just wanted to jump up quickly because I've got some chores I've got to get done and I've got to go into town. But I just wanted to let Cliffy know that unfortunately I can't make your stream anymore.
Alrighty.
Well, you can always come up here. You're always welcome here.
I suppose I'll live.
You sure now?
Yes, I think I'll live.
You still got Wednesdays.
I guess that's one less day she can steal my soul.
Well,
She's got your heart
Wednesdays
too.
will be Thursdays for me.
Okay.
Because I
Always
work
busy.
Tuesday, Wednesday, and Sundays. So as long as it's
Feasible.
feasible, I will try and be there. But if it's not feasible, then I can't, obviously.
Well, thank you for being up here as much as you are right now. I really appreciate it. I miss talking to
you.
But I'm glad that you got a job.
So am I.
And you work with animals. You're good with animals. So
yeah, I'm enjoying it. You just
that's always a
it
good
can't
thing.
be for the weak-hearted, or if you get freaked out by blood and that, don't do it.
Oh no, blood.
That doesn't bother me.
I can't stand the sight of blood when I'm not licking it.
Now, I've had to stitch up a kitty once when it got in a fight with another cat, but that was a long time ago. Not something I normally want to do, but I did it.
Bloop. Food.
Now,
food.
Cliff is happy.
Not food.
He's got food.
No, these are my food receipts. I'm scanning things.
Your what?
Scanning my receipts.
Trying to save money?
No, getting points off of a app thingy that I have, so I can redeem them for random various gift cards.
Jenny used to do that. Now, I'm going to ask Mandy some stuff. Mandy, since you are doing what you're doing, do you keep a bag for just in case for any reason?
You have to specify a little bit more than that, Colin.
Well, okay. My topic is basically about everyday emergencies. Anything that could come up, like what can go wrong, will go wrong type of situation. Whether you blow a tire, you have the money to have somebody either help you change it or pay for a new tire if you need to. Or you cut yourself, you have a boo-boo kit.
First aid kit. Yes,
yeah,
I own a first aid kit. I know how to change a tire. We always have spare tires. So we're good on that front.
Something happens and you're can't get home for some unknown reason.
Then I stay where I am.
Yep. So you have a way to maintain yourself while you're there in that situation. That's what I mean about it. Jenny calls it a just-in-case bag.
No, I do not have a just-in-case bag. I have a first kit. I have everything that needs to be in a car, but if my car breaks down, then I'll be fine.
That one wasn't within 14 days.
Well, you do have a just-in-case. It's just not in a case. Your car is the case.
Yeah.
But a lot of people here in Iowa and everything, like I was telling Cliff earlier about putting in a shovel in your vehicle in the wintertime because you'd never know when you might need it.
Not in Australia.
Sand happens in Australia, right?
Sand.
And sand gets deep and you get stuck in sand, correct?
You don't drive on sand or any other material without being fully prepped. That's just...
Being prepped is part of what I'm talking about.
You have if someone owns a four-wheel drive, they will have the necessary kit to get themselves out of trouble. So you'll have the shovel, you'll have the things you put in your or under your tires to help give you traction. You've got a portable inflator to inflate your tires once you put them down. It's just common sense of owning a four-wheel drive. And if you try and take a car that is not four-wheel drive onto sand, then you're a fucking idiot and you deserve to be there.
Okay, just by swapping
100% agree
from
with that.
sand to snow, same thing. But most people here don't think that way, surprisingly enough.
Yes. Well, us Australians can be smart.
Oh, I didn't say you weren't. Some of my favorite people are Australians. You should know that already.
Ooh, well, it's common sense. You don't go onto a beach or you don't go four-wheel driving without the proper necessities of where you're going.
You tell that to all the morons down here in the U.S. that insist on driving out there in two-wheel drives or freaking sports cars onto the beach.
Or the people who are
Stupid.
in four-wheel drives in the snow, really, oh, I'm four-wheel drive, I'll be fine. And they end up in the ditch anyway.
It's fine. You four-wheel drive, that's fine. But
No,
can
they
you
still
get
go in the ditch.
yourself
They can't
out of
get
a
out.
situation if you get yourself into it?
Exactly.
Because
but
if
the
you
thing is-
can't, I'm going to laugh at you
oh, you have
and
every
probably
right.
not help.
You would probably still help because that's the kind of person you are.
She would laugh and then
I
just
would laugh
You would
my
laugh
head
at
off.
him, then you would help him.
Depends on what mood I'm in.
But the thing is, you're smart enough to realize that you would have those things on hand. But
Yeah,
not everybody
exactly.
thinks like we do. Because I plan ahead for those kind of situations because I know I don't know enough. And I'd rather be prepared for the worst, hope for the best, have everything ready for the worst. And like I was saying now, it's now 4 degrees here in Iowa and dropping. It's going to be a -9 by the end of the day. When it gets down.
Oh, we're on 29 degrees Celsius today. I'm loving the weather. I think we're coming out of summer because it's starting to
Cool down.
sit mid to low 30s, and lately it's been under 30s. So I think we're coming out of our summer, thankfully.
Common sense is subjected to shrinkflation too. Yep. CR, that's true. What? Because someone actually made a quote that I think is really apt in this situation. Common sense isn't common, unfortunately.
Common sense used to be common.
Used to
But
be.
now you've got all the snowflakes out there thinking they know everything, and common sense goes out the window. Or the fact that the parents don't teach their kids what common sense actually is.
Some of them don't teach them how to change a tire.
Don't have it.
They said, if I can't find it on Google, that doesn't need to be known. But like I was saying earlier, people rely on their phones too much, and then something happens. They don't have their phone, whether they forgot to charge it or a phone gets wet or something like that. And they're somewhere away from home. They have to figure out a way to get home without needing a electronic device to show them which way to go. That's why a map is always going to work.
Yeah, but not everyone knows. Not everyone knows how to read a map properly, though, Colin. I'm one of them. I honestly do not know how to read a map properly, but I know how to read a map enough to where I think I can get myself out of trouble if I ever got into trouble.
Surprisingly enough, if you understand Google at all, and you've seen people travel from point A to point B by using Google, not just listening to the turn here, turn there type situation, but actually looking at it.
I have to turn the audio off on mine because, good Lord, I live in a state where half the names are Spanish. And it's, I hate to say it, it's a dumb white girl.
You can change that. Jenny's got one. It's supposed to be an Irish guy. I got mine set up as a British lady.
Yeah, I can't stand it because they cannot pronounce the street names down here.
Oh, yeah. Imagine we have a lot of Indian names in Iowa. someone tried to pronounce Ottumwa, which is
Ottawa?
That's how they pronounce it. Or Des Moines.
Des Moines.
Exactly. But it's Des Moines is the way they pronounce it. It's French, but they still mispronounce it.
No, I got one.
One of those. Sorry,
Oh, no, you go for it.
I'd say I'd be one of those people if I ever done recordings. Turn left, you idiot. No, mate, you missed the turn. Go back and turn left.
Oh, I heard somebody who did that. They actually created an app that allows you to change it anything, and someone actually put an Australian app in, and they said that.
I want that app.
Turn left, you wanker.
Exactly.
Cliffy, I said turn left. Do you know your left and your rights? Cliffy, come on now, mate. Left. You turn around and go back.
He would so put that in his phone. He would.
Totally would.
Probably shut up, Amanda. I know what I'm doing.
But
You bloody twat, you missed the turn 4 turns back. Turn around.
Go too fast. Slow the frick down.
Oh, I so want to do that.
I mean, voice acting actually is kind of being a new thing nowadays. People are getting into. So, people who do the voices for the GPSs are getting paid money for that. Apparently,
I'd have too much fun if I'd done something like that.
the thing is, you can do it and get paid for it.
I've got a voice and face for radio.
I would get fired.
Nope, because they would want you to do it in your own voice in your own way. You can look it up.
I'm sure they put a R18 plus rating on that one because there would be a lot of swearing.
I would accept it just because I know it's you, and it was I'd deal with it. And there's no one under 18 in my household anyway. And if someone hears my GPS saying all those words, what are they doing listening to my GPS?
I would hate to be stuck under 18s as well.
Why?
I can do this all day.
NC-17? Yep, most likely.
Is that Northern Canada or Northern California?
That's North Carolina. Thank you very much.
Or non-combat 17.
Non-carbureted, carbonated.
Carbureted?
Yeah.
Well, that's not going to help charge my phone. That's the wrong plug.
Or non-charged.
Phone's at like 8%.
Now, that's another thing I was mentioning. If your phone charger dies, having an extra phone charger in your vehicle is not necessarily a bad idea.
I have
Power bank. Power banks are good for that too.
That's what I'm talking about. Power banks.
You said charger.
To me, it's the same thing.
Oh, right, okay.
But it doesn't mean power banks and power stations and all this other stuff. They all do the same thing. They charge your freaking phone.
Yeah.
And I've got a really cheesy one that's 10,000 milliamp, and it shows it's like 75 and all this stuff. But this one here doesn't hold a charge very long. I've got an Anchor, but it's damaged. So, but it's a 26.
Did you steal all my coat hangers?
No, I left a few for you so you can use some of them.
I've run it out.
God dang, girl.
Sorry,
I
Colin.
could say so many things on this, but Jesus.
I don't know where you're going with it. I need a life for that.
You don't.
Well, I think the topic got interesting enough for CR to stay longer. It's like the fourth or fifth time it's happened.
He did that one on mine on Saturday. He's like, I'm gonna leave at the bottom of the or top of the hour, and then he was there for like another hour and a half.
Yep. Oh, by the way, after I left you guys on Jason's live yesterday, I did this. I went back, and I woke up after 12:30. I just leaned back, and I was out.
Yeah, I went. I think I went at 11 o'clock, 11:30. By 11:45, I was out cold. I was done. I woke up at like 4 in the morning.
He's delaying something else. What is he delaying?
Why are you delaying?
Having
No.
to put his laundry away.
Is it delaying or a pro laying?
Ooh.
That was a bad one. Sorry.
Oh, Colin, I'll be able to wear that Carhartt vest soon because I walk to work every day that I'm working.
Well, I'm
Ooh.
glad you like it though.
It'll come in handy.
Too bad I didn't have a matching extra hat like this for you to wear, but I didn't. That's mine. You're not
You
getting
didn't
it.
have a pink one to send you. See, I got this
No.
little bit.
Now that I've got some money coming in, I'll just put some money aside each week.
Oh.
That way I can pay for shipping to get me stuff over. I can pay you, Cliffy, to make booze, lead and collar and that.
Mandy,
Yeah.
I got a backup one if you want it. A matching one.
Yeah, go on. I'll take it.
Okay. I mean, I got mine, but this one would be yours. I can throw it in there.
Thank you, Colin.
Yep. And I've got your thing. I'm just trying to remember. Okay, besides your mug and this thing, and now this thing, trying to figure out what else I forgot to put in there.
I honestly don't know.
Send her some coat hangers.
Yeah.
I would wonder what they would do, trying to figure out why is they sending you coat hangers.
I'm pretty sure that's not the weirdest thing people have sent through the mail, though, Colin.
Though I might send you a couple extra wicks for this thing.
No, but
Okay.
a coat hanger, a box.
Please.
Let's see, coat hangers, cotton balls,
Yep.
and plastic pickle.
No petroleum jelly, right?
With the weirdest,
Plastic pickle.
the plastic pickle.
You just got to remember, Colin, as nice as it is you putting extra things in for me, I have to pay the shipping, and it is never cheap.
I understand that. These
And
are
stop
actually
putting extra stuff in there.
they go by weight, so a lot of this stuff is like ultra light, which is nice. Not as heavy as your Carhartt.
It still adds up. It really does. It still adds up. So just be mindful. I haven't got a lot of money. I haven't got a job where I'm pulling in the amount of money that I was. So
Be right back.
I got to be careful.
I'm just hoping that you can get the chimney for this thing. You know, the glass globe that goes over this. So
I should be able to. Just
don't
make sure
have
you
one of
wrap it in bubble wrap and really, really secure it so it doesn't break when it comes over.
Oh, this right here,
Yeah.
it's solid, metal.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
Sweet.
there's no glass in this, and it's all.
Okay. All right. Sweet.
Mate, you've arrived
It's just
early.
pink, which I figured you'd like. So,
Yes. Absolutely. It's pink.
and this right here cost me like 59 cents. That's a good. I found it as a good deal. I kept my eye on it for about a week to make sure it was still there.
You know what? Where my battery pack go? It's over there.
But I mean, as long as you can get a little chimney for it over there, you should be fine, and you'll have an emergency light forever with this thing.
USB-C. Once again, 1 second.
Oh, he's procrastinating because he didn't want to do dishes. Now, I want to thank you guys for coming up. I really appreciate it because I was getting my charisma was dropping really slow because I was starting to repeat myself, which I don't really like doing. But I wasn't planning on doing this topic twice this week, but needs must, as the saying goes, and people die, people are born. And I am going to say one thing for people that you guys don't probably know. Today is a partially sad day for me, not just because of my sister. Today is my dad's birthday, or would have been his birthday. He was born in 1942. So let's see, how old would he have been if he was still alive? He would have been 83 today if he was still alive. Yes, you were here first. Then King was here, but then he disappeared. But technically, I was first because I put my name in there first. Now, Mandy,
Yeah.
what are your hours at your new place, your work job? I know it days. You didn't say how many hours a day or anything like that.
10 hours Tuesday, Wednesday, and 8 hours on Sunday.
That's not bad though. And like you said, it's something better than nothing.
Yeah.
And it's a job you can identify with. Being a pet owner yourself, and understanding what it's like to help people with pets. So,
Exactly.
I haven't had dogs since I was a kid, so I can't really identify. Recently, I've had cats most of my adult life, except when I was in the service. I didn't have any pets then. But that's another thing for people with pets. They have to make sure they carry like extra water bowls, extra bottled water for them to keep them hydrated, that kind of thing. It's like they do if they have babies. Pretty much the same type of thing. Keep them there.
Yeah, but you also have, like, when you have your own supply of water, you have your animal supply, but with food, you have your little snacky bits, bars or whatever to keep you going in case, you can't get home straight away. But if you've got your animals, like Booster when he was a puppy and we used to take him out on walks on the beach and stuff like that, he'd have a backpack just for himself, and there'd be a little doggy first aid kit. He'd have biscuits, he'd have water, he'd have bowls. He'd have everything in that backpack. That was his backpack.
Booster is one of the few that he had a smart owner to begin with. Because me, I would, I've met a lot of people who went backpacking and stuff with their pets, with their dogs especially, and they do have doggy backpacks for their dog to carry their own gear.
No, I carried his gear.
But I have heard of one guy, I think he was in California. He had his dog carry his 9mm.
What's the point in your dog carrying a 9mm? You've got to carry that in case something happens.
No. It's illegal for him to carry a 9mm on his person. There's nothing illegal about his dog carrying one.
Oh, are you serious?
Yep. And if he needed one, he can get it. He can get it from his dog. It's a loophole in the law. Concealed carry is not a thing for a dog.
Thank you. Say hi, Brenda, for me. Sorry.
Those people who did not know that you can do that. Now, Booster is one of the bigger breeds who you can handle a little bit more weight than average. Your wiener dog or your corgi or anything is not going to be able to do it. Your chihuahua, definitely not.
It also depends on the dog as well, Colin, because Booster can't carry packs because of his back injury.
Well, now, I mean, when he was younger, like you said.
No, stuff that. I'm his owner. I'm responsible for him.
Mm-hmm.
I carry his stuff. Simple as that. That's how I see it, anyway.
Well, you're more responsible than the ones I've seen. And there's like the ones who carry their tiny little chihuahuas in their purse.
Oh my God, I hate people like that. Silly.
If a dog needs to be carried, I don't consider it a dog. Because I'm sorry.
If there is a medical reason to why they're doing it, fine, fair enough. But if they're doing it,
it's a fashion statement.
Not doing it, then no.
It's a fashion accessory. It's not a pet anymore. When you have to do that. But I always considered Chihuahuas to be rats. If it looks like a rat and acts like a rat, it's a rat.
It's a football.
Huh?
It's a football.
It can be, yes. The ground is frozen, for example. Yes, I've seen people who do that to protect their pets' feet, but I've also seen the people who are smart enough to bring booties for their pets. I mean, I know a lot of people who do dog sleds, and those kind of dogs do carry booties for their feet because it's a smart thing to do. Because
Yeah.
dogs' feet can get frostbite just like anybody else.
Yeah, they can also get burnt when dumbass bloody people take them out on hot ground.
Or pavement. Pavement can get super hot.
Yeah.
And they burn their feet just like you would. So be mindful of your pets.
Exactly.
Keep them hydrated, keep them safe. And watch out for the bugs and ticks and stuff too, because they, are an issue too. I'm not sure about the ticks in your area, if in Australia, if there is any.
We do. We have ticks and they are nasty.
Okay. I did not know until I asked, since I have not checked. Because most of the time when I'm looking at the nature shows based off of Australia, they don't talk about the small blood-sucking insects. They talk
No,
about
they don't.
They talk about the big grubs. They talk about the mosquitoes. They talk about the other stuff, but they don't talk about ticks.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys can get Rocky Mountain spotted fever down there or not.
I don't know what it's called. I think it's a brown tick, but it can paralyze your animal and kill them.
We
Quite
have something here
quickly.
called Rocky Mountain spotted fever, and it can be transmitted from animals to humans. So if they bite an animal with it can be transmitted to humans. So you got to be careful with that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know more than that because I've never had to deal with that. But let me check something here. Yeah, it's a bacterial infection that is transmitted by ticks. The brown dog tick is like the one you were talking about.
Yeah.
And it can have fever, headache, muscle aches, nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, and rash. So it may affect dogs the same way or other pets. So it's possible. But you need antibiotics in order to get rid of it. But they can also cause organ failure and death in certain situations.
Yeah.
But it's called RMSF is another name for it. So you may have it there, but it's called by a different name.
Yeah, yeah.
But like I said, you had brown ticks, so that's part of it. And I'm sure that quarantine probably missed one tick coming through. I wouldn't be surprised if they did, because they're not perfect, because they're human.
Just got to be mindful of your surroundings. If you live in the warmer, muggier climates, check your dogs regularly for ticks. So when I lived in Port Hedland with my dad, I'd spend a good hour or two after work having a look at me old dogs, Buster and Sasha, to see if they had ticks, because it's well known in our area, because of how humid it was, that ticks would be around.
Check. A lot of people forget to check the most obvious places. They check the ears and things like that, but they don't check between the toes.
The first place you look.
But so a lot of
You
people
check
don't think about
everywhere.
it. You check down by the tail, near the butt, everything.
Check everywhere. Not hard.
But some people are not considerate enough to do that. But we've had hunting dogs, and we have to do that. We actually had to deal with the tick thing with Blake, as you already should know about, because that Blake is a tick magnet. I don't know how many ticks you get in your area, CR. I know they're up there during the summer months. I wasn't sure about how bad they get, how far north they are. Carrying the proper gear, as you know, is a possibility that you need to consider if you're in a high tick area, which is like you're coming out of the summer months into your fall months, Andy. So I'm sure you had to deal with it still with Booster being where you're at.
Not so much where I am. Like, I still check between his toes, his ears, and everything else every now and then, but we don't get ticks here, really.
They're unlikely.
They're very unlikely. Of all
But-
the years I've lived here, I think I've only ever pulled one tick off of my dog.
Well, that's good at least. It's highly improbable, but not impossible.
Yeah.
And I have to watch out for Mac when he gets out too, because he likes to make a circumnavigate our house in the summertime. Then we got to go look him completely over for fleas and ticks.
We get sand fleas a lot.
Sand fleas suck,
Yeah, they do.
and they're not small fleas either. But I have not had to deal with them too much here because we don't have a lot of sand where we're at currently. But one of our other houses, the one down in Milo, had them bad. I don't know why. I mean, we didn't have any trees nearby or anything like that. It was so much open field. It had a lot of sand in the fields around us.
Yeah.
But we didn't let Cat out much. Because he's been indoors most of his life. Right now, he's laying down with Jenny. And I don't think Ninja has ever been an outdoor cat. I think she was restricted to one room most of her life until she got with us.
Yeah.
And we made her, she's got full run of the entire house, and Mac makes sure she's get plenty of exercise. He chases her all the time. So that's good for her. She's old, but she's getting some exercise at least.
Yeah.
The only thing we have trouble with, though, is the grooming for her because she's got a lot of matted fur, and we have not had the money to take her to a proper groomer. We've tried dealing it with ourselves, but she does not like being touched that way. And we don't have the skill set to do it without hurting her.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
So one of the things we're going to try to do before summer kicks in is we're going to take her down there and have her completely shaved because she needs it. She'll probably look really weird for a while, but she'll probably feel a lot better, though.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Mac is short hair, so he doesn't have to worry about it as much, which is nice, But he's ornery as all get out, though. For your information, I have 1 week to go before my surgery.
Nice.
I'll be getting my knee replaced. So I'll be a partial cyborg as of next Friday.
Yeah.
And I will have to learn how to walk again and bend my knee again. But I'm going to work my butt off. There's an app on my phone that the doc wants me to follow with all my exercises on the hour. And I get to learn how to do all that all over again until I get myself back up and going again.
Yeah.
It should take me a couple months to get 100% back in shape for lifting and all that stuff. I actually have a plan in place with Cornfed right now that we're going to be going to the first Watcher County Fleet Market of the year. So I'm hoping I can get some more people in with us, maybe Dan, possibly. And we get a bunch of us going to the flea market at the same time, camping out at the campgrounds, that kind of thing. So who knows if we're going to do another bug out bag challenge or try something a little different. But the bug out bag challenge last year was a lot of fun. I will say that. I got rained on. I got my butt kicked by my own boy, but so did Dan too. So oh man. Oh, did you hear that I actually got somebody to buy a bow?
No.
Obstacle. I was telling him about one of my bows. I just got my Deer Seeker recurve, and he found out that I got it for under $100, he bought one. I don't get any commission on that, but it was like so freaking cool. He fell in love with the bow as soon as he got it. It's a 50. He normally pulls a 65-pound draw compound. Now he has a 50-pound recurve, which is about, in my opinion, about right for the draw weight and everything else. Because just because it's, you can pull 65 this way, it's only for a little bit because of the let off. But with a recurve, you're pulling 50 straight back with no let off. You don't want to overdo your shoulder if you're not used to it. What the heck are you putting in the chat there, CR?
Oh, I don't know, but I do have to head off. I've got things I've got to get done.
Okay.
And I've got to go into town and do some stuff as well.
Well, thank you for coming, Mandy. I really appreciate it. I don't know where Cliff disappeared to. I could do. Oh, crap. I just realized something. Watch this. I'm not sure if it can work or not. Oh, dang.
Don't be unmuting him or turning his camera on because he might be doing something that can't be shown or he doesn't want to be shown.
Yeah, I got a thing where I can turn on his camera. But I found that out on Jason's live the other day. So on my live on Tuesday.
Yeah.
So be well, Mandy. Take care.
Oh,
I'm happy for you, by the way.
well, thank you.
And I will make sure you get your stuff one way or the other.
All right. No worries. Well, I will talk to you all next week. So as I said, I'm working Sundays now, so I can't make it to Cliffy's lives.
Well, you get to see other people throughout the week. So you get to see him on Wednesday, or maybe your Thursday. So on Jason's live, that's something at least.
Yeah.
So be well, be safe. Give Booster a hug for us. We really appreciate you being here.
Will do. Let Cliffy know that I said goodbye, and I'll catch up with him next time.
Okay, I can do that.
Sweet.
Bye,
All right.
Mandy.
Bye.
Cliff, are you there? Please tell me you're there. He's doing something there. I'm not sure what he's doing. Drag to reorder, whatever that means. If you're still in the chat, please put a 1. I'd really appreciate it. Let me know. And as the topic says, it's an everyday emergency kind of day. Either from a family member passing like myself or emergency weather that happens. A family member in the other room, in the kitchen, who forgot to turn the light off. I'm not sure who did that. But yeah, it's almost 9 o'clock here. I'm going to try to go on for another half an hour at least. Give me a second. I will be right back. I have to go use the restroom. Be right back. hear me. I'm still here, folks. I just had to take care of some things. But I'm back. I'm ready to go. I am rip-roaring ready to go. Now, give me a second here. Blow my nose. Now, these right here, folks, for those people who are in cold weather, these things right here work really well. I've got this one here, and I've got another one where I have it all, a smaller version that's all rolled up. But these right here will keep you cool and everything else, and it doesn't take much. This one does need washed because it's a little dirty, but if you're still here, please let me know. I see 6 people in the chat. I don't know who's all here, but thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. The participants, just me and CR right now, looks like. Hopefully, I'll have more contact. Like I said, I'm going to try to go for at least another half an hour. And I want to do... I'm still here, folks. Figured you'd get some reaction going here. That's one of the thing about this that's a little funny, but I wish I could do more than that, but I can't. But you never know. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what else here. Okay. Okay, folks. Topic, everyday emergencies. I went through one. I hope it doesn't happen to you. I wish my dad a happy birthday. I miss my little sister. I had grilled cheese for supper. Go. So what you got? We're now running at about 2 hours and 3 minutes and counting. I'm going to be going down at the bottom of the hour. I am done for the day. I've got 1 week before I get my surgery done. I'm hoping, if everything goes well, be able to get things figured out. That was Ian going to the bathroom. I will try to keep you guys informed of my status. I will be home on Saturday, a week from Saturday, and I will be probably doing this from my bedroom because I have to basically maintain everything in there. So I'm not sure how Jenny's going to handle that, but I'm going to be pretty much bedridden for a little bit. And I'm going to have a walker and that kind of thing. And hopefully everything goes well. No infections. Everything heals nicely. And I get the muscle back in my knees where it's supposed to be. And my knee will not be magnetic for those people who just want to try to see if my knee will hold a magnet. It will not. I'll talk about UCR. Now, if you have had a everyday emergency that you were prepared for, put a 2 in the chat. Let me see what you've got. You don't have to tell me what it is, but I've run out of gas before. I've had blowouts, tires going out flat for various reasons. Engine overheating is a very common thing, especially in the summertime, because it doesn't matter if your engine overheats, it overheats. It happened more often when I was a kid in my Chevy Suburban, but not so much in my old Ford F-100. My Dodge Colt had it happen, then until it decided it didn't like it anymore and it blew an engine. But that's the only time I've ever had an engine blow. Now, carrying gear for most of that stuff, like extra oil, extra water for your radiator, or antifreeze in the wintertime. Make sure you keep your antifreeze up for your engine doesn't freeze. Gas treatment to keep the water out of your gas lines. That kind of thing. Hey, love. Oh, Ian,
What?
come here. Say hi to people.
No, I'm going back.
Whether you guys know it or not, he was in full military gear just now. He was wearing a military brown t-shirt and Air Force PT shorts. He's always in military gear in one form or another. He mixes and matches, but he's still in it. He mixes and matches services too. Because generally he wears a Navy belt with Army pants and a Marine Corps top and an Army hat. No names or ranks or anything like that, because I told him I'd kick his butt if he did any of that. Are you still here, folks? Let me know. Because otherwise, I am going to end up having to slide out of here. And I got some things I got to talk about with my wife and stuff. And my voice is starting to go, if you guys can hear it, it's a little raspy. I've been trying to drink my coffee, but it only goes so far. And I have just realized I look like a military garden gnome with this hat sticking straight up like it is. I'm just hanging out with my gnomies. That's why I usually wear my other hat. Because I usually get a... Second here. I wear my new one here because it blocks the light from my eyes. I am severely light sensitive because of my blue eyes. I do better in the dark. Now, one thing I like about the flashlights, like I was showing you, is this particular option. So that way I can just carry that hands-free, that kind of thing. Or you can just do it off the side, whatever. That way you're not always in the way. But since I can't get anybody to answer my questions, if you're here, please say hi, say hello, say whatever. I'd really appreciate it. Well, if that's the case, it is now 9:09 p.m. on a Thursday night. I'm going to say good night. Be well. Love you guys all. Thank you, Cliff. Thank you, Mandy. Thank you, everybody else who was in the chat. Molly, Jason, King, CR. I really appreciate you all. I've got to get going because, like I said, my voice is starting to go. Oh, Blake, you're here. Okay. How you doing, sir? I didn't realize you were going to come up, but yay. Welcome. I was getting ready to close down, but I'll stay if you're going to come in. How you doing, sir? Hope things over there and over in Georgia are well. I hope you guys are safe because I know some of the flooding has been going on in your area. So keep me informed on how that's going. let me know what you're doing. I'm gonna type it in, make sure that you know I'm here. I'm listening to you. Oh, hi, how you doing? I hope things are well for you and your family. Good news on the Mandy front. She's got a new job. She's working 3 days a week. She's not going to be able to make it to Cliff's Lives on Saturdays anymore, but she's still going to be able to come to Jason's Lives on Wednesdays. Glad to hear it. I have my knee surgery next Friday, not tomorrow, but next Friday. So I will be getting my knee replaced. Then I'll have to learn how to walk and bend and all this other fun stuff. And hopefully I will be able to get myself back out on the trail, making videos. I've got plans for doing another video thing with corn fed over at Lake Belvedere during the Watcher County Flea Market come spring, around the 2nd through the 4th. There from Friday, I'm going to go up Friday night, Saturday night, and stay through Sunday and go that route and have some fun doing that. So who knows what I'll be able to come across with that. Hopefully something cool. That's all I can really tell you about that. But today's topic was everyday emergencies. And I actually had one come up on Tuesday, if you hadn't heard. I lost my baby sister on Tuesday. She lost her battle. She was pretty much nonverbal due to a stroke. She was restricted to a wheelchair, and she lost her battle at 1:30 p.m. or so Tuesday. And I didn't find out about it until the middle of my live stream, which was on Everyday Emergencies, which that one turned into one of those everyday emergencies type. Thank you. I really appreciate it. I was prepared for her to go. It happens, I'm sorry to say. But she'd been restricted to a wheelchair for almost a year, if not a little over a year. And yeah. She wasn't very old. She was about, let me see, how old was she? She was only 55, but she lived, she had a rough life. She smoked, she drank, she was way overweight, she was diabetic, all that. And it's all those factors caught up with her. And as she liked to say, I'm living my life my way. Even though I tried to get her to not do those things, to keep her around longer, that didn't happen. So right now we're planning her wake, because I don't believe in funerals. So wakes it is. And we're going to be doing the candle paper lantern thing for her. That way she can be remembered as she was, not the way she, when she was alive, full of life, not at the end. Because I'd rather remember her in her happy days than not. That's why I believe in wakes over funerals. Because funerals celebrate the death. Wakes celebrate the life of a person. My personal belief. And as it stands right now, I am the healthiest person in my family, which surprisingly enough. And once I get my knee fixed, I will be doing everything I physically can to get myself healthier. I've already lost a lot of weight. I plan to continue to lose the weight. plan to get myself back in shape, start getting more videos done, hopefully upgrading my camera to a better camera that I actually can do streaming on. And I've got some videos I plan on making this year. And I've got a Fat Man in the Woods video that I plan on doing with Rob, hopefully, and Ian, if I can get him to talk into it. And we'll see what we can do. I am going to be out of here really quickly, though, Blake, because I am getting tired. So I'm going to say I'm out of here right now, folks. So I'm going to say be well, be safe. I love you all. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate each and every one of you. So I'm out of here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.